I'm either gonna make it or I'm gonna die trying. That's the mental model you're supposed to go with. That's the mental model every single person on the planet should adopt. Because pay attention, the things I'm about to tell you are extremely important for you. I'm going to be extrapolating this idea in length, and I'm going to make you understand exactly why is it this is a fantastic mental model that you should live your life with. I want you to understand a point first. All of us have difficult lives. Pretty much every person on this planet is going through some sort of difficulty. So suffering happens to be a part of it that is inevitable. But for some reason, most of the people around the world are demonizing suffering as something that inherently are not supposed to go through with. But again, the whole idea of suffering is extremely important because no matter what you want to obtain in this life, you have to suffer to a certain extent to obtain it. Like literally, every single thing on this planet that you wish to obtain can be obtained by doing a transaction where you offer a bit of a suffering and in exchange you get that stuff. For example, let's say for instance you wanted to get a girl. Now most of the men don't understand. Getting a girl is not the hard part. Maintaining that relationship is ridiculously difficult than you might imagine. Understand that don't just get in a relationship and it's all done. You're supposed to maintain it. If you're a man, you're supposed to provide and protect for the person you are with in the relationship, which means you need to put in conscious effort constantly day after day in order to maintain that relationship. While doing this, you're gonna suffer a bit. All the times it's not gonna be very blissful. All the time it's not gonna be very fantastic. You're not gonna feel like fun all the time in a relationship. She's gonna probably get angry. She's gonna probably feel things. And you might be stressed with work. Eventually you're gonna find times where you'll have to keep your own mind aside so you can comfort her. So all of these things require a lot of effort in order to maintain that relationship. You're supposed to maintain a relationship. It requires you to try. And ridiculously try every single day. Because again, if you don't try, that girl's out of your hand. She's going away. She's not gonna stay. Not a single girl is gonna stay in a relationship with a guy who doesn't try to keep her in the relationship. That's the uncomfortable truth of life. The reason I gave you that example is because regardless of whatever fun you might feel like is in a relationship, again, to a certain extent, there's suffering and you have to try. So again, you're either gonna make it or you're gonna die trying. The second point I'm gonna make is that your mind is a prediction engine, which means your mind loves to predict as many situations as it can because that's what allows it to predict as many situations as possible to then ensure that you can survive, aka you can be safe. Your mind has been evolutionary designed to predict as much as possible. Now for the people who don't agree with me that no, your mind's not a prediction engine, no, what are you talking about? Let me give you an example. Anything important you're trying to do in your life, anything, it can be anything important. It might be your exams, it might be a performance you're about to put up, it might be speaking in front of people, or it might be anything that you consider as important. Before doing that, your mind is going to run countless number of scenarios, trying to make you live the moment even before it has happened. Why do you think that is happening? That is happening because your mind is trying to predict. It's doing its job as prediction engine. It's trying to predict as many situations as possible so you are ready and you don't feel like you're just jumping in between something that you don't know about, that you fear, that is uncertain. So your mind is a prediction engine. In order to predict these things, your mind consumes energy. That scenario creation, living those moments itself is energetically expensive when we talk about it in terms of neurology. That is extremely expensive process to run, which is why you feel fatigued after sustaining for a certain amount of period. Now again, that also requires you to suffer for a certain amount of time, aka try. Again, rehearse with me. I'm either gonna make it or I'm gonna die trying. The last point I'm gonna make is that your brain hates uncertainty. Your brain hates unknown. Your brain doesn't like unknown at all. You went to a forest and it's extremely dark. And your mind very nicely understands forest equals animals equals predators. And you being a civilized human is basically a prey when you go into a forest. The mind understands that very nicely. The mind is aware of that fact very nicely. It becomes what you call as unknown. And I don't think so we need to talk about what is gonna happen if you were in the situation. Your mind absolutely hates it because it's a threat to your survival. The same thing happens in life whenever you feel uncertain, whenever you feel like nothing's gonna work out. That's basically your mind being uncertain, aka the fear of unknown. And your mind absolutely hates it. Evolutionary, we have been designed to be certain creatures. Related to point number 2, which is why your mind predicts in the first place. To be certain so that you can survive. Because the whole point, survival sits at the absolute pinnacle of human mind. That's basically what your brain is designed to do to make it survive. Why did I give you all of these examples and why you had to listen to all of these facts of life? Listen to it again, what it says. I'm either gonna make it or I'm gonna die trying. I'm gonna die trying. Whether you like it or not, your brain has been designed to try as much as possible. Whether you're in the depth of suffering or whether you're in a bliss of comfort, it doesn't matter. Your mind is gonna always find something to try on. So you're gonna suffer anyways. You like it or not, you're gonna suffer anyways. So you might as well adopt a mental model that's gonna allow you to perform. It is coming from somebody who has ruthlessly experienced it. And I can tell you, the moment you believe that you're either gonna make it or gonna die trying, the moment you believe in it, the moment you feel it inside of you, most of your suffering becomes completely bearable. It's almost as if I don't give a shit. And so I want you to apprehend the fact that you are gonna suffer anyways. Suffering is inevitable, especially if you're a man. Suffering is absolutely inevitable. So you might as well adopt a mindset that is gonna allow you to perform regardless of how much you are suffering, regardless of however or whatever amount of times your brain wants to try to get out of that. At the end of the day, your brain is gonna try anyways. You understand that fact because it's been designed to do like that so you can survive. No matter what you might be doing, even if you're playing a game for 12 hours a day, your brain still tries its very best to win. Your brain still tries, even for the fictional character, to survive like its own character. So this will allow you to make your suffering not much easier, but more bearable. If you have made it till now, fantastic. I'm going to tell you something extremely important. Another aspect, the real purpose of making this video. I'm telling you this specifically because you made it till the end of the video. This is another aspect will never be given to the people who quit. It will never be given to the people who quit in the first half of the video. You are the chosen one. Understand this. When you start something, when you start anything, until the point that you get your first success, this entire extended period of time, when you start from 0 to somewhere where you're going to finally win for the first time, this part is exceptionally brutal. And suffering in this state of life is inevitable. No matter what you're trying to start new in life, you're going to always find yourself in this specific point of life, where for this extended period of time, you're going to find yourself not winning, you're going to find yourself nothing's working, you're going to feel like nothing feels like it's going to work. You're going to feel like it's not working. You're going to feel like shit for an extended period of time from here to here, till the point you win for the first time. Because let's not bullshit ourselves. We know the moment you win for the first time after all this long of suffering, you don't need motivation. You don't need any motivation, you don't need any discipline. The moment you see you winning for the first time, you have all the endless, unlimited motivation you need. You have unlimited energy the moment you start winning. So let's not talk about it. The point is how to make it from here till here. This is precisely where that sentence comes in. I want you to swallow this sentence and integrate it with your soul. Believe it like you believe in nothing else. Because I'm telling you, if you can let this one sentence, that is, I'm either going to make it or I'm going to die trying. If you truly can understand this sentence is immensely powerful. You don't realize the amount of power it holds. The moment you integrate it with your soul, you're going to realize this period of time that you suffer a lot wouldn't mean shit to you. You're going to start enjoying this suffering. Now this is precisely where I am. At this point, I have done hundreds of thousands of repetition, hundreds and thousands of quality reps of this sentence. I've integrated it with my soul and I enjoy suffering, which is why you're going to see my videos talking about how suffering is amazing, because I genuinely have started to enjoy the entire act of suffering, which is why to me, even this content creation where I'm getting nothing, it's enjoyable to me. It's painful. It is painful. I'm not saying I don't feel pain. What I'm saying, the pain becomes enjoyable. The pain becomes more bearable. It's much better than basically being a victim to this entire act. Being a victim because you don't know how long it's going to last. You don't know how long it's going to last. You don't know when you're going to make it to your first winning. You don't know what's going to come your way. So you might as well be prepared for it, because that's your mind is designed to be, to prepare you for everything that's about to come your way. That's the whole purpose. There are two conditions for this to work. The first condition, believe in this sentence like you believe in nothing else. And the second would be to have faith in me. If you don't believe it from the person it's coming from, you are uncertain whether it's going to work or not. And the moment uncertainty hits, it's all done. It's all done for. It's never going to work for you. The only reason it's going to work is because you have to have an unwavering faith. The entire paradigm of God, the reason it works for millions of people around the world is because they have an unwavering faith in God. They believe in it like nothing else. So, logically speaking, the power itself does not reside in this sentence. The power is going to reside inside of you to understand and believe in it. And the more reps you do, the better you're going to become at executing this sentence into your life. As many as you can do, the better it is. I'm going to either make it or I'm going to die trying, because in the end, you're going to die anyways. So you might as well just keep trying. Because if you keep trying, you're going to make it for sure. But if you don't make it, you're going to end up dying, and it all doesn't matter anyways. What's the point of thinking that there's a lot of suffering? Because at the end, it doesn't matter. So change it with me. I'm either going to make it out or I'm going to die trying. See you in the next video.